Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the IMS. I hope everyone is excited to get this orientation started. Without further ado, I would like to welcome our director of the program, Dr. Mingya Liu, to start us off.
Good morning. Welcome to IMS. Welcome to the new student orientation. So first of all, I would like to congratulate all of you to be a new student in the University of Toronto, and one of the prestigious university in the world for higher education. And also want to welcome you to come to IMS. And IMS is a graduate school with over 50 years history. So in 2018, we celebrated our 50th celebration. And the last 2 years, we developed IMS a new strategic plan. So the new strategic plan highlights 3 priorities. The first priority is to attract and engage new students and the faculties, which are you. So we want to help you. So the second priority is to make IMS as a connected community. And then the third one is to enhance our student experience. So as you can see, everything we try to do, we'll try to help you. So you may wonder, what is IMS? So IMS actually is a graduate program for clinical department in the Timothy Faculty of Medicine at the University of Toronto. We are one of the largest graduate units in the University of Toronto. We have over 700 faculty members and associate members, and 90% of IMS faculty are from clinical department, and more than 100 of our faculties are IMS alumni, and most of our faculty are full professors and associate professors, and most of the trainings will actually conducted in teaching hospitals. For our students, currently we have over 500 graduate students in IMS. Approximately 50% are in the PhD program. We also have a professional master program in the biomedical communication, which is the professional program. And we also have a special group called the GDeep, which is a group of medical students doing a graduate diploma. On top of that, we have approximately 50 students who are MD, PhD students, or in the clinician investigator programs. As you can see, the programs are very diversified. So now we are, for the new school year, the major challenge, of course, is still the pandemic of the COVID-19, which will create a lot of challenges and opportunities. First of all, when we go back to school, we are going to develop using a hybrid learning system. Most of the graduate courses will be delivered online, but we will also try to create opportunities for in-person learning. And back to lab, for the research activities, most of you will be allowed to go back to the research lab to do your work on the hospital side. So we will follow every hospital's special requirement, and I wish every one of you will have the opportunity to be vaccinated and also still keep a social distancing, put on masks. Safety is the most important thing. And also in terms of training or teaching opportunities, starting from last 2 years, IMS start to create more TA positions for our own students. I hope that if you are interested to develop your academic career, then apply to TA positions to gain the teaching opportunity. So to further engage all of us, IMS has a new committee called SIF, stand for Student Alumni Faculty Engagement Committee. Under the SIF committee, we have a IMS Student Association, IMS Magazine, Rocktalk Podcast program, peer-to-peer mentorship program. And last year, we developed the international student community And we also have several funded programs for student well-being. And on top of that, we have a U of T talk. So our students have a lot of interaction activities. I hope that the new student can take this to participate. Then finally, I want to thank our IMSA, IMS Student Association president and the former president, and our student leaders and volunteers who organized this online orientation. And also, I hope you will make a new friend, enjoy your orientation, and have fun.
Thank you, Dr. Liu. I'd now like to welcome Jerusha from Office of Inclusion and Diversity.
Hi everyone, my name is Jerusha Retnakanthan. I use she and her pronouns, and I am an EDI Communications Coordinator at the Office of Inclusion and Diversity. And so I'm fairly new in the role, and I will explain more about what the office does in a second. But first I want to open the orientation for IMS with a land acknowledgement, and part of that includes reading from the University of Toronto's official land acknowledgement. So I'm just going to do that now. We acknowledge the land on which the Temerity Faculty of Medicine operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and most recently, the Mississaugas of the New Credit River. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous peoples across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. So now I want to spend some time on why we do acknowledge the land. And really, this is only a first step in disrupting the ongoing colonization of Indigenous peoples. Moving beyond a land acknowledgement as something performative or a checkbox means asking ourselves each time, whether as settlers like myself or as treaty people, difficult questions about what steps we are actually going to take when it comes to furthering decolonization or reconciliation. And so many of you might be joining virtually from spaces outside of Toronto, and so I encourage you to also look into whose land and territories you are on and who you are in relation to it.
Thank you, Jerusha, for allowing us to acknowledge the land that we are operating on. Now I would like to invite Lan.
Hi everyone, and welcome to IMS. Here's a list of our staff members for the 2021-2022 school year. These are the staff members you're going to be meeting in the Zoom session today.
Hi again. So I have 3 minutes to give a quick overview about our office and the supports that are available there. And so really we are available to anyone within the Temerity Faculty of Medicine. And if you have questions around equity or inclusion, if you see or experience any mistreatment, I am available to help navigate you to resources that are both within the faculty and also outside of the faculty as well. Or if you have any ideas around initiatives or changes that can come to the faculty, ideas for an event or program, I can work with you to help bring that to life. Our office is also available for equity trainings, more so in the fall once we have some new members of our team. But should your group need any support in training around topics like microaggressions or allyship, we are available to do that. Another big part of my role is actually as co-chair for the LEAD committee, which is the Learner Equity Action and Discussion Committee. And this is a learner-led group, and we meet around 2 or 3 times per semester to act on any concerns that you see in the program. And this can be through planning events or communication campaigns or really anything else that comes to mind. So please think about joining as we are looking for a student co-chair and committee members from, again, across the faculty. And so to keep up with our office and learn more about us, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Both of the handles are at UofTmed_OID, or you can see our website at uoft.me/OID. So if you were wondering too about the difference between some of these terms, inclusion, diversity, equity, anti-oppression, there's quite a lot. So I just want to go through some of the 3 major ones that you can keep in mind as you're going through the year. And we'll start off with equity, and it's a little different from equality, where equality, we aim to achieve fairness by giving everyone the exact same thing. Whereas equity, aims to reduce barriers by considering that folks have different accesses to resources because of systems of oppression and privilege, and equity helps to address these power imbalances. And so diversity then is the presence of a variety of social and cultural characteristics within a group. Inclusion then is kind of the active process of actively inviting historically marginalized groups into sharing power and making change. And this celebrates diversity. And really, to have a safe and welcoming environment, we need all three of these concepts. Like I mentioned, this was a really, really quick review, but if you want to talk more about anything that I mentioned already and really to just go more in detail, you can reach out to me anytime. The email address is medicine.oid@utoronto.ca. And best of luck with the rest of your orientation and this first month of your program, and I wish you all the best. Hope to connect very soon.
Thank you, Jerusha, for joining us. And from all of us at the IMS, welcome. Now, our next section will cover some of the must-knows around completing your graduate degree. Following this session, you will be introduced some of the other opportunities that are available within your academic career here at the IMS that will help you have the most amazing and enriching experience as a graduate student. Hope you enjoy.
First up, I'm here to give you some general context about being a graduate student in the IMS at U of T. My name is Laura, and I'm just finishing up my PhD here in this amazing program, the IMS, and I'm really excited to welcome you both to the IMS and to U of T. Now that you are here, you are one of over 90,000 students studying at the University of Toronto. It's a big school with both domestic and international students, and it's divided up into 3 campuses: Scarborough, Mississauga, and St. George or downtown campus, where we are. As a graduate student community, we make up just under 1/3 of the student population on the downtown campus. Within U of T, there are many departments and faculties to which you can belong. As a graduate student in the IMS, you are here. The IMS is one of 14 institutes and departments that comprise the Graduate Life Sciences Education, or GLSE. The GLSE represent all the graduate student departments within the Faculty of Medicine here at U of T. So in this way, you also belong to the GLSE in the Faculty of Medicine and the School of Graduate Studies. This is very important because all of these offices can provide you with resources, opportunities, or assistance throughout your program. Another community that you belong to is your research site. So something that is unique about the IMS is that we have supervisors and therefore students like yourselves spread across multiple research sites, including UHN, CAMH, SickKids, Mars, and many others. Your site is determined by where your supervisor conducts their research. So be sure to ask your supervisor about any site-specific resources, policies, or procedures that you may need to be aware of as you start your degree, in addition to those that have been outlined by the IMS. Some of your degree requirements will be taking place in the fall semester, so coming up soon, including the first year course for all IMS students, MSc 1010, 1011, and attending the annual Ori Rotstein Lecture in Translational Research. You'll hear more about this later today, so don't worry. However, one of the first things for you to start thinking about in the next few months is working with your supervisor to form your Program Advisory Committee or your PAC committee. This advisory committee consists of your supervisor and at least 2 other faculty members. You need to meet with them at least every 6 months, and they're there to help guide you through your degree and eventually help you prepare for your thesis defense. So that you feel comfortable with everything PAC related, your graduate coordinators will be hosting a mandatory information session about your PAC committee on Tuesday, October 19th from 1 to 2 p.m. Don't worry about remembering this though, you'll receive an email with more information about this session soon. Speaking of your supervisor, they are an integral part of your success as a graduate student. They're there to mentor and guide you through your degree and can be a great source of knowledge. They can also support you in engaging with some of the other degree options or opportunities that you'll hear about later in the orientation. One last thing I want to mention is that the student-supervisor relationship is always evolving, and over the course of your degree, you may encounter obstacles or conflicts. Know that there are resources available to help you through these situations if they do arise, including the chair on your PAC committee and some other resources that will be outlined in the wellness package that you'll be receiving shortly. If you need additional support or guidance, you can always contact the IMS department or your graduate coordinators, as they're there to support you. Well, that's it from me. Up next, you'll be learning about some of the things you need to do to complete your degree.
This tutorial may take about 3 hours to complete, and at the end of it, you'll receive a certificate that you can email to the IMS Student Seminar Course Coordinator. The TCBTS2 Ethics course is a mandatory online module that all IMS students must complete in order to graduate. The purpose of this course is to provide an introduction to ethical conduct for research involving humans. This is a guideline set out by the 3 national granting councils, CIHR, NSERC, and SSHRC, meant to provide researchers with the tools and knowledge they need to responsibly conduct research while also protecting the human and individual rights of all involved.
MSc 1010 is a seminar course that you will complete throughout the course of your degree.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to IMS. My name is Nicolette, and I'm a third-year PhD student in the department, and I'm also this year's TA for the Seminar Series in Translational Research course, MSc 1010 and 1011. Today, I'll be outlining some of the key points you should know about this course. So MSc 1010 and 1011 is a mandatory course that all students within IMS must take. Upon registration, you will be automatically enrolled in this course on Acorn. If you're a Master of Science student, you'll be enrolled in MSc 1010, and if you're a PhD student, you'll be enrolled in 1011. The objectives of this course are to provide students with general knowledge and transferable skills that will enhance their research experience, provide a sampling of the breadth of world quality research being conducted in the IMS, as well as provide a translational research outlook that links fundamental discovery with patient-based research, clinical applications, health promotion, and disease prevention. This course runs over 2 years and consists of 5 main requirements. First, at the beginning of your graduate studies, you must complete an online ethics course and email that certificate to the department. This certificate will count towards your credit in the course. Second, you must attend the lecture series, which takes place in the fall of your first year. This year, lectures will be held every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. via Zoom, starting Wednesday, September 15th. You must attend all lectures in order to be given the credit, and attendance is taken at the end of each lecture through a post-seminar survey or questionnaire. More information of this lecture series and Zoom meeting details can be found on Quirkus. Third, you must attend the Ori Rothstein Lecture in Translational Research at least once during your graduate studies. This is a half-day lecture that takes place every October or November. The date for this year's lecture will be announced soon. Fourth, in the spring of your second year, you'll be assigned to a presentation group to present your research in progress to your peers. This will give you the opportunity to practice your presentation skills and also receive feedback from faculty members and other students. Finally, the last requirement of this course is to present your work at IMS Scientific Day, which takes place in May every year. You can choose to present your work in either your first year or second year, or both years if you like. So that was a quick overview of the requirements for this course. All of these components must be completed in order to receive a credit. It's important for you to keep track of these requirements as you go through your studies to ensure that you're meeting all requirements on time and will not run into any problems before your thesis defense. More information about the course can be found on Quirkus, and you can also feel free to email me at the address listed on the slide if you have any specific questions. Welcome again, and I'm looking forward to a great year ahead.
Hi, new students, and welcome to the IMS. My name is Michelle. I'm a senior PhD student, and today I will be going through some of the courses offered by the IMS. It's important to note that these courses are just the courses offered by our department, but you're welcome to take any graduate level course offered by other departments that may apply to your research. In order to do this, you must fill out the add drop form with all appropriate signatures. So first off, I just want to direct your attention to information for courses. Over the summer, Dr. Nicole Harnett and work-study students delivered a session called Tips and Secrets to Choosing Your IMS Courses. This session can be viewed using the YouTube link on this slide, as well as posted in the chat. Please watch this additional video if you have questions about courses or course enrollment. Here is a list of all IMS courses being offered in the fall 2021 term. These, again, are just departmental courses. As you can see, there are many different courses ranging from the mandatory MSc 1010 or 1011 course, taught by Dr. Marian Kortzinski, to popular full-year courses including regenerative medicine. As part of the MSc 1010 course, you will be required to take modular courses. These are 0.25 course credits each. Here are some modular courses offered this term. The Translational Research Program has also opened its modular courses to the IMS, so consider enrolling in these LMP courses if any interest you. Here is a list of the IMS's courses and modules for the winter term. Again, the diversity of research and courses within the IMS has no limits. Please do not hesitate to contact Sobiga, the department's curriculum officer, if you have any questions regarding courses. Wishing you all the best in your first term in the IMS and as IMS students. Have a great fall!
Hello everyone, my name is Jesse Joint, and today I will be covering a not very fun but necessary portion of orientation. And that's an update on how COVID-19 is being handled at U of T, what will be online, what is still uncertain for the school year, and where you will be able to find additional information. Here are some things that will definitely be online in this upcoming semester. The MSc 1010-1011 seminar course will be taught online. The IMS graduate coordinators, Dr. Vasu Venkataswaran and Dr. Lucy Osborne, also will be holding office hours weekly virtually. Many upcoming fall courses and lectures will also be held online, but it is worth looking into on a course-by-course basis on the website posted on a later slide for further information. Finally, many seminars and conferences have also been kept to an online format. Be sure to check your email and the weekly IMS digest that is sent out for information on upcoming events that you may be interested in as a graduate student. It is important to note that U of T has new policies in place regarding your vaccination status when entering campus. Mainly, that you must be fully vaccinated against COVID-19 before coming to campus, and are required to enter proof of vaccination at the link below for U-Check prior to entering campus. Each hospital will have their own individual policies, such as UHN hospitals having a screening website before entering the building. So it is important to keep that in mind before going on site. Some things that are still uncertain is the start dates for specific courses. Be sure to check course-specific websites for specific information about your courses of interest. U of T has scattered start dates for courses, especially graduate courses, so it is important to find this information out ahead of time by checking the website or contacting course administrators. Another thing that is still uncertain is the amount of lab occupancy at lab research sites, so be sure to keep in contact with your supervisor and lab manager regarding specific lab policies. Where can you find updates? The IMS Weekly Digest, sent out every Monday morning from the department, contains a lot of valuable information regarding policies, as well as events and training opportunities for students. So be sure to keep an eye out on your email every week for the IMS Weekly Digest. To see additional IMS updates, you can go to the IMS News link to keep up-to-date information. The U of T Faculty of Medicine also has a website specifically for its updates with the link written down below. There are many different resources that you can tap into for additional COVID-19 information. Be sure to keep an eye out for your hospitals, research sites, and labs, as they will have their own policies in place. The Faculty of Medicine has their updates, as mentioned previously on the last slide. And the School of Graduate Studies has many resources regarding COVID-19. And U of T has their own source on the U Together 2020 Frequently Asked Questions webpage that are all related to COVID-19, as well as course information and fees. For more resources, you can check the CPD or Continuing Professional Development website for COVID-19 related resources, as well as many other resources. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have an amazing experience during your time in the IMS. And don't forget to stay safe, stay healthy, and wash your hands. Thank you.
Finally, but very not the least, we have thesis writing.
My name is Claire Wunker, and I'm a master's student and former IMSA co-president. Today I will be discussing your degree requirements and specifically your thesis. As you embark on the amazing journey of graduate school, you have to think about the end goals. In this case, the most important thing you will produce will be your thesis. A thesis is the culmination of the research you are going to do distilled into one cohesive document. It will highlight your successes and failures and hopefully contribute to the scientific literature with an amazing discovery. But the results don't matter if you don't convey them successfully. I would recommend reading the SGS website guides for creation of your thesis now at the beginning of the program. This will help you to be familiar with the format and sections of the thesis, so hopefully you can create them as you go and not have to remember what you did 12 months ago when you're writing your methods section. An important aspect of producing your thesis is the timeline. The IMS is the largest graduate unit at the University of Toronto, and so there are many people who will be submitting their theses for approval. Thus, it's important that you stick to the specified timelines in order to have your thesis approved for your final defense. There are excellent guides and documents on the IMS website clearly delineating the steps and timeline you need to complete your degree. I would encourage you to read them now over at the beginning of your program so that you are not rushing to complete them in order to defend. All that being said, don't feel intimidated. You know the information in your thesis better than anyone else, and so you are the most qualified person to write it. Good luck and enjoy your time at the IMS.
Now we will cover some of the options that are available for you during your degree.
Some of you may have heard of the collaborative specialization opportunity. This is an opportunity for you to deepen your understanding of the different topics within your research area. You'll be surrounded by students and professors from all sorts of different programs beyond the IMS. There are many options for a collaborative specialization, from cardiovascular science to neuroscience to bioethics. I, for example, am in the collaborative specialization for women's health. You can find the full list of specializations on the IMS website. The collaborative specialization will also show up on your diploma after you graduate from the IMS. Feel free to reach out with any questions. Good luck in your choice if you choose to do this.
Hi everyone, I'm Helen. I'm currently finishing up my master's and I'm so excited to be here today to give you a quick introduction on awards and bursaries. So awards and bursaries are useful because they not only go towards supporting your funding package, but they can also help you become eligible for top-up over your base funding as shown in the breakdown here. Additionally, there are also opportunities to familiarize yourself with the award and grant writing process and potentially build your resume for further academic and professional development. Broadly speaking, funding falls into two major categories, the first being internal awards such as U of T Open Fellowships and the IMS Entrance Award from the department, the Ontario Student Opportunity Trust Funds Awards, and the QE2 from the faculty, as well as other awards from different hospital sites. There are also many exciting external awards that you can apply to, like the Canada Graduate Scholarships, the Vanier and the Ontario Graduate Scholarships from the government, and of course, many other specific awards from different foundations and independent agencies and industries. Each award will have their own deadlines, eligibility criteria, and requirements. Usually, most applications will ask you to provide your transcript, reference letters, research proposal, and CV. So where can you learn more about awards and bursaries applicable to you? Well, one, you can visit the IMS and SGS websites for additional information on each specific award, and links are shown on this slide. Two, keep an eye out for IMS department emails, which have been really amazing at introducing and reminding students of important award deadlines coming up throughout the year. You can also reach out to the department with any award-related questions that you might need clarification on. Three, Your supervisor, as well as other mentors and peers, are an amazing resource. Applying to awards and bursaries can be an incredibly daunting process. So I just want to remind everyone that you're not alone in this. You're here to learn as a trainee, so please don't be fearful of seeking out additional help and support. And of course, always feel free to reach out to me with any questions you might have on this. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your orientation.
Hello, my name is Alex Beauchart, and I am this year's IMSA Vice President of External Affairs. Conference and traveling are an important part of conducting research. They allow you to network with people from all around the world, they allow you to see what topics are trending in your area of research, and they allow you to practice talking about your research to other people. During your graduate studies, I highly recommend that you try and attend as many of these conferences as possible. Your supervisor will let you know what conferences are worth attending, and they'll even let you know which ones to present at. There are grants and scholarships to cover travel costs to ensure that these opportunities are not missed. Although COVID-19 has made traveling difficult, virtual conferences and symposiums still exist and are a great way to communicate science. I encourage you to visit the SGS website, the Graduate Students Union website, and the IMS website for more information.
During your first year, you may discuss the possibility of transferring into the PhD program with your supervisor. By transferring directly, you bisect completing your master's degree and put yourself on a fast track to completing a PhD. So all the time that you end up spending in your master's and all those courses can be put towards your PhD degree. So if you are thinking of transferring, you should start planning early, as the process starts well before the second or third committee meeting. And it takes about 3 to 4 months in total and needs to be completed within 18 to 21 months of starting the program. All the requirements and necessary documents for the exam can be found online by searching IMS PhD Transfer Exam. Essentially, this includes a research proposal, a presentation, reference letters from your supervisors, as well as a recommendation from your exam committee. Hi, new IMS students. During your time in graduate school, it is imperative that your writing speaks to the important research you're doing. To help all graduate students with their writing process, the Graduate Center for Academic Communication, or GCAC, offers free workshops throughout the year, while also providing one-on-one consultations to any graduate students seeking individualized assistance in their writing. In these workshops, you can learn key skills for writing any part of your research, such as research proposals, that will be highly useful for you when applying for scholarships. And ultimately, it will benefit you when you spend time writing your thesis and hopefully help many of you publish papers. As of this year, the GCAC workshops all have been pre-recorded for the year fall 2021, and they will be available on the GCAC website for early September.
Hey everyone, my name is Sajibin, and I'm a second-year MSc student here at IMS. I'm here to talk to you about ways you can get involved around campus, either by joining a committee or a working group. These come in multiple shapes and sizes, from the Student, Alumni, and Faculty Engagement Committee, through the Curriculum and Admissions Committee, the Strategic Planning Committee for the department, and also the new EDI Committee. If you're more interested in the events planning component, then maybe join the Ori Watson Lecture Planning Committee. Or if you want to find the next great group of graduate students such as yourself, join student recruitment. In addition, we always need members for the summer undergraduate research program. And don't forget, IMS Scientific Day wouldn't run without the volunteers, facilitators, and planning committee. So keep an eye out on your emails to get more information on how to join and become part of one of these great committees and working groups. Also, feel free to reach out to me and I'll be happy to answer any questions I can. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone in person soon.
Hi everyone, my name is Rosa Sommer and I will be talking to you today about health and wellness. I'm a fourth-year PhD student here at the IMS and last year as Director of Wellness and Wellbeing, so I'm really excited to be sharing some of these resources with you. The first really important resource that I want to make you aware of is the health and wellness. So this is basically our on-site university clinic. We do personal health checkups. If you're feeling ill or needing some extra support, and it's physically or mentally, you would come here. They do mental health care. They used to do immunizations before everything went virtual, so that's kind of on hold right now and, until we get further updates. They do sexual and reproductive health counseling and education. They do disability documentation and so much more. You can make an appointment at the phone number listed on the right here, 416-978-8030, or you can see what other services they can offer at the website on the left. I highlighted peer-to-peer support because this is a new program that they've launched with the trainees from their social work program. So normally when you're seeking mental health support at Health and Wellness, you won't be seen on the same day, except for this peer-to-peer support program. They're really well trained and have worked with a lot of people of many different backgrounds, and they can support you and see you on a drop-in basis. So that's something that I'd like for you all to know about. The next thing I'd like to share with you is mentalhealth.utoronto.ca, and this is an online hub for a lot of resources and events that happen on campus. So let me take you to the website and show you through it. So when you're on the website, you'll see that at the top, you're able to book an appointment and get the link to the St. George Health and Wellness Center that I had on the previous website or on the previous slide. As we scroll through the bottom, you'll be able to see My SSP, and this is a website and a text and call service for crisis counseling. So if you're having a really tough time or you're in crisis, you're able to call this number and a counselor will be able to speak with you in multiple languages as well. So that's also really important to know. You can also see that this is the hub for their all of university organized on-campus events or virtual events. You can see that this is the peer support that I was just telling you about earlier. It's 3 days a week. And then as well as some workshops such as this using acceptance, using principles of self-compassion, wellness at home, etc. So you can kind of scroll through here and look for all of the upcoming events that are happening near you. The other website that I want to show you is Navi. So Navi is your mental health wayfinder. So because there's so many resources available at U of T, sometimes it's really intimidating to find the right resource for you. So what this is aimed to help with that. So we're at the UTSG campus. Once you click that, you can tell them how you're feeling. So I'm going to say that I'm feeling overwhelmed. And when you get that, when you send that off, you'll see that they'll give you some options. So for example, if I wanted to talk to someone, it will give you the numbers for health and wellness. It will give you the numbers for My SSP. You can then explore other further options if those were not enough. So for example, I can then look for off-campus counseling services as well. So there's a lot of information here that you can use, and I encourage you to explore on your own time. Lastly, I want to advocate for some of the stuff we're doing at the IMS Student Association, specifically in the Wellness and Wellbeing Committee. We hold a lot of events. So last year, this is just some of the stuff that we were doing. So we had virtual workouts and yoga. We had an important discussion during Bell Let's Talk Day. We held a session on the science and practice of mindfulness. We had a baking social where all got together on Zoom and made some wonderful brownies, as well as an information session on the wellness resources that are available here at the University of Toronto. Another initiative that I'm really excited to be a part of is Let's Talk Grad Wellness. And some of the other members of Let's Talk Grad Wellness are also here in your orientation, so you can feel free to chat with them about this as well. But one thing that we want to tell you about is our wellness tracker. So I've shown you lots of activities and lots of events that are held by the university, as well as by extracurricular groups and initiatives such as this. And what you can do is you can participate in these and then record it using our wellness tracker at this link here. And once you record it and you're able to complete at least 2 activities per semester, you're able to become a co-curricular accredited wellness promoter. So that's something that can give you basically credit for doing things to take care of your well-being. And lastly, because I'm really short on time here, I'm only able to tell you about a few of the things that are available on campus, but there are so many more, and it's all outlined in our mental health and wellness resource guide that you'll get with your orientation. Not only does it list U of T supports here, you'll see that it also lists some community resources as well. So this is also another great place to go if you're looking for some other resources. So thank you so much. I hope you really enjoy your years here at the IMS, and I hope you can stay well. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the IMS. My name is Kayvon.
My name is Serena, and we are your co-presidents of the Institute of Medical Science Student Association, or IMSA.
The goal of IMSA is to promote a sense of community within the IMS through diverse and engaging events. Though we may be online, we want to encourage you, the students, to participate in events beyond your research. We want to enrich your graduate experience by hosting a variety of academic, wellness, athletic, community, and social events.
We have 6 major subcommittees that are listed here. If you're interested in leading a subcommittee, you can run as a director. If you want to assist in event organization, you can join a subcommittee of your choice. It's that easy. These are some examples of the virtual events we hosted last year: Pictionary, virtual yoga, Are You Smarter Than a Fourth Year, esports tournaments, a documentary screening, and many, many more.
We're hosting the remainder of our September events virtually, and we're hoping to offer hybrid models later this year. If you have any ideas or events that you think would be fun, come out to our election night on September 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. This is where you can nominate yourself and run for a position. Even if you aren't running for a certain job, you can come out and say hi, listen to speeches, and vote. On September 30th, we have our first IMSA General Meeting, where you can hear about our upcoming events. And finally, on October 7th, we have our annual Friendsgiving celebration. Also coming up in the fall semester is our annual holiday party, which is one of the biggest events that IMSA hosts. Traditionally, this is a time where we throw away the lab coats and get all glammed up. If you want to be involved, come out to that first IMSA meeting on September 30th to join the holiday party planning committee.
And we want to remind you to make sure you like us on Facebook, join our Facebook group, find us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram for all event and IMS related information.
Thank you so much and welcome to the IMS. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at imsa.president@gmail.com. Thank you.
Rocktalk Podcast is a graduate student-run podcast at the University of Toronto about medical science and the people who make it happen.
If we know that racialized communities are deeply affected by the racism that's endemic in the Canadian health system and that it impacts their confidence in medical technologies like vaccines, then we have to begin with more credible public health campaigns that don't dismiss these communities' concerns, but rather seek to overcome them with transparency and accountability.
We focus on the journeys, perspectives, and expertise of health researchers, professionals, students, patients, and community members at the University of Toronto and beyond.
Long story short, it was 4 months waiting on the list, which was less than the initial 6 months to a year expectation. That was nice. And getting the call is truly like, there's no feeling like it. It's like, wow, I'm going to get a lung transplant. I'm going to know what it's like to be like a normal person. That's the good stuff, getting the call.
Subscribe and listen anywhere you get your podcasts.
Hello, I'm Jesse.
And I'm Noor.
And we're the executive producers with Rocktalk this year. You just heard a little bit about our show, but we wanted to let you know what else is going on with us right now.
We're launching season 6 with episode 97 on Wednesday, September 15th, which includes a roundtable discussion with IMS graduate students reflecting on our experiences so far and with lots of great advice for new students.
We're also really excited about other planned episodes we have this season, covering topics like the role of social media in science communication, performance-enhancing drugs, and the 100th anniversary of insulin.
If any of those sound interesting, you can follow us wherever you get your podcasts. And if you're interested in making a podcast, you can check out the YouTube series we just launched all about podcasting and science communication based on our podcast festival in February of last year.
You can also join our team. We are recruiting right now for show hosts, audio engineers, and events planning right now. So you can find all that information on our website, rocktalkpodcast.com. Applications are due Sunday, September 26th.
See you around.
Hello, new IMS members. My name is Jason.
And I'm Mikhail.
And we are the editors-in-chief of IMS Magazine, a student-led science communication initiative showcasing the department's diverse research and the incredible people behind it. We produce a quarterly print magazine, as well as online content that highlights the innovative projects and fascinating lives of IMS members.
At IMS Magazine, we have 3 main goals. The first one is to broadly share IMS research through accessible and engaging stories. And the second one is to promote connection within the IMS community. And thirdly, to train the next generation of medical researchers and clinicians to become science communicators capable of translating and transferring their knowledge to society.
Our team is composed of writers, editors, and photographers from IMS, and the graphics are designed by the students from the Biomedical Communications program at UTM. Each issue, we decide on a research theme as the main topic. Past topics include COVID-19, women's health, rare diseases, and emerging medical technologies.
We are currently recruiting new writers and editors for the upcoming year. There are a few different types of articles you can write that leads to a publication in the magazine. Feature articles, such as the one on the screen, involves interviewing the IMS faculty and students who work in related fields to the issue theme. We also have faculty, student, and alumni spotlights, which highlight work and lives of inspirational IMS members.
If you don't feel like conducting interviews, we also have viewpoints, which are thought-provoking opinion articles on controversial topics in healthcare and society. We also write articles on important IMS events, book reviews, and travel bites, which offer an inside look at the lives of IMS students outside the lab.
Being a member of the IMS Magazine team means getting the opportunity to learn more about science both within and outside of your field. You'll also have the opportunity to publish your work in the magazine, which is of course a great bonus for your CV. Learning the importance of storytelling, how to communicate complex ideas and convey key messages to your target audience is becoming exceedingly important in society today.
The articles are only 1 to 2 pages long, and you can decide to write for as many or as few issues as you like, so the time commitment shouldn't be too large. If you are interested in learning more and joining the team, sign up using the link provided or take a picture of the QR code. Also, follow us on Twitter and Facebook for any updates.
On behalf of the IMS Magazine, we'd like to welcome you to the IMS, and we hope to work together soon.
You've made it. That concludes the YouTube premiere session of this orientation. We will wait 5 minutes for all of you to transfer over to the live session on Zoom. You can find the Zoom link in the YouTube Premiere Live chat box or in the email that you've received from the department about the orientation. We hope to see you real soon.